Okay, so I'm going to title this 334.5. So, for reference, I did ask the players previously about whether or not they wanted to see this, or they see this intro part. Uh, they went and said, like, I mean, technically, well, one said, like, they probably wouldn't have minded it, but the only one that would have made sense is Speedy. Uh, so yeah, for the most part, like this all happened off stream or off recording. Now it's on recording, and this is essentially happening with a player's character. So why am I doing this essentially? Well, one, this is canon. This is a canon thing. Yes. Uh, but as for our what's going on with like say with other people, so like say uh, yeah, say a Yaturia's character, so Fiesa. Uh, by technicality, things are also going on with Se, Yase, Austin Nickel, and Hitoshi. Same thing with Hops, Wretched, and also with like maybe William Grimace. I mean, he died, so it kind of would make sense. But art as well. So basically, whenever a character is not interacting with the story, if it's a player and they're definitely alive, they're doing something else in the world. So like Yaturia's case is she is probably researching stuff related to her backstory. Uh, As for what happens with Squishy and Speedy whenever Owl and Joker are not here, debatable. Sometimes they're resting, sometimes they're doing something else. I don't know. It depends on context, essentially. Uh, but Ball showed up once, basically got an outfit. I I talked with the player, or basically I figured that they would be uh yeah, I believe I talked to the player about the lesbian succubus, and they talked about it. So, for the most part, that character came in, celebrated Mario's birthday, and then because the player got busy, I just basically said that the character was dealing with this lesbian succubus. So, essentially, this is the marriage between that NPC and the player character that's been downgraded to NPC, essentially. So effectively, like should the player come back and still use that character? Yes, they are allowed to use that character. They are allowed to use what a character that is essentially a queen. And however, that does mean that they might want to protect that queen. They might want to protect that character a little bit more than normal, but yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, so like I said with these, so I'm going to deal with the marriage because this is more directly involved with with 34. Uh, like there'll be a point later on that I will more specifically mention, but yeah. Anyway, so I'm just gonna use MA in place of Lily's mom. So Lily's mom actually goes and says, "Hello, bride to be. How are you? Oh, hello. You're Lily's mother, right? Well, yes, I am indeed her mother. I was curious on how you knew about the well, how much you knew about Lily's suppressed side. What do you mean suppressed? Simple. It is my side. You see, she is effectively a half succubus, and a powerful one at that. Uh, since she is a half of one, she can suppress her succubus side. Uh, if say a potion is done. MA does normally provide this potion for reference. And the issue is both sides have to be satisfied, or she might become sick. If the succubus side is ignored, she will gradually get growing pains. However, if the human side is ignored, her physical body would deteriorate. I can show physically and spiritually because I am powerful and take care of both sides, from a healthy diet for the human side and some 18 plus food from random guy for the succubus side that Loth does need as well. Now, for reference, I'm not going to actually say anything that is like a supremely lewd thing. If you know what it is, great. If you're wanting to go and have like those adult scenes and just like actually fully hear that type of stuff, either A, go get something that will just go to like a site that's more for that, or B, go get a reading thing like some visual novel that actually does have an 18 plus side, and therefore just download the patch or buy the patch. I don't know. I don't care. Uh, it's up to you if you're into that and wanting to do that. I'm not doing it for this. Anyway, continuing on. Paul says, but Lily hasn't been with guys for a while. Uh, that is because I preserve it and give it to her so she can take it when she needs it every month. Which also is true. Uh, she doesn't essentially just take out what she needs to feel full for that side once every month. Is indeed better if you can provide it for her, though. Paul stays silent, not sure how to respond. Lily walks in. Oh, hey, Mother. Come on, Baldy. Let's not keep everyone waiting. Lily extends her hand to Ball with a beaming smile. Sure. Uh, Now I'm going to move MA back over so that I can just slowly have them walk over. Anyway, uh, so they're slowly walking in as everything goes up. So the aisle that they're walking up is purple with white dots. They're walking hand in hand under a occasional red, purple, and white balloon arch. Lily will also break the silence, saying, I must say, I think you look beautiful in red. That said, you do normally wear purple. You sure you don't want me in that color? Uh, oh, as is you, as you went through the colors and their meanings. And while you are brave, creative, and wealthy, I wanted to focus more on your virtue, your purity, and how, oh, you are simple. I don't feel red suits me, though. Uh, I think showing love and passion does suit you. White can suit you as well. Yellow would be a diss. Green and would be would show a lack of faith, specifically for the fact that it's new beginnings, abundance, peace, and growth, which kind of shows that you're not really as sure in the relationship. Blue, purple, and black, I don't see. Pink and brown, I can see. Pink being love, kindness, and innocence. Brown being warmth, wholesomeness, and comfort. As they arrive at the altar, Lily places her hand on Ball's chin. Now, I say red suits me. Based on how you're here, I say it does with you as well. Oh, Mara, upon hearing that and them being at the water. So, we're going to continue, or are you both going to flirt regardless? Sorry, please do go ahead. Yeah. Look, you promised to be Paul's love for your life until it'll fill in as you want. Uh, come again? So you're her lawfully wed wife until you come again. Got it. Uh, hey, I thought you were supposed to say the vows. You know, for richer, for poorer, sickness and health, and high times and low times, till death do you part. Where I say I do, I was instructed to let you fill in your vows since you know it well. I think you can choose to add things. I will get MA for that later. Hi. Uh, do what you will after. Moving on. Ball, do you take those to be your lawfully wedded wife for richer or for poorer, in sickness and health, until death do you part? I do. If anyone objects to this marriage, please stick now, forever hold your peace. Uh, some man, probably like right out of here, starts to stand up, and is about to speak for MA just as casually points a gun over there, shoots where they would have been moments later, and Mara goes and says, firearms are not allowed nor valid to voice objections. I do what I want. Uh, don't make me arrest you at a wedding. Or at least let the wedding finish before you start doing illegal things. I never make promises if I might break them. I, I guess no one objects. Or I guess somebody, as she judgmentally looks at MA, installed fear in all those that might. Regardless, as there are no objections, I legally pronounce you wife and wife. You may now kiss each other. Now, like I said, somebody can correct me in the comments if you even care about correcting me. I'll be real. Oh, but yeah, like I just left it as like you may now kiss each other because like I don't know what the person's supposed to say if they're both the same gender. Or I like I guess technically like you may now kiss the bride would be most applicable. I mean technically it still is true because both of them are brides, but like is that I think that still does not narrow it down really at all. Uh, anyway, now keep in mind it was an open air wedding. Um, and whether or not it was raining, don't worry about it. It's fine. If it was raining, MA would have gotten like some sort of like a little magical weather box to where like everything was not even need to be worried about, and it would have been fine, perfectly good, nothing to worry about, whatever, whatever. Uh, you just need to know more that Lilith's passionately kisses ball beneath the starry sky as red and purple fireworks shoot up behind them. Now, that said, I can get rid of these two. I'm just going to send them to the GM layer because they're not there. It is what it is. Now, keep in mind, Kiryu's probably here as well. Um, the uh, the pet hamster bowl probably there somewhere as well. Oh, like it is what it is. As I don't really worry too much about where the pets are, essentially. But yeah, Ball wonders where the honeymoon is because, of course, she does. As, hey Lily, where are we going? Well, since the psychotic murderous prick, I wonder who the psychotic murderous prick is. Spoiled my plan, and it was the beach house. He set up, so you can see how lovely it is. I know it might not be the best thing, as it might not be as special as somewhere else, but I am sure that anywhere with you would be special. Oh, Lily, you great flirtatious woman. I'll go anywhere with you, someone as lovely as you. I'm sure if our second or third home is the place you chose, that you have something there that will make it lovely to visit on Friday night. Great to hear, Ollie. After all, once we get there, we can choose any length of time to make it our own special world. That sounds lovely. Can't wait. That's it. How can you be so sure? You know, I have no idea. I've been told things about things, and I have no reason to assume that prick was lying or didn't do what he told me. Uh, I mean, to be fair, for reference, on this prick, she would have told him like, "Hey, we're gonna want to have a town by a mountain, by a lake, by a like forest." He randomly he literally just decided, you know what? Hi, here. Ignores ours what's up on the mountain. Does not even care. It's just a mountain to him. He finds the grassland with a lake. It's like, yeah, sure, I can do that. Uh, let me go just like just casually build a town right here. It was the matter of a few seconds. And so yeah, it is what it is. Like that's what happened for reference. And what do you mean? No need to worry about the details. Just know, in general, is our world. So no one else should be able to see you besides me, any servants or helpers assigned there, or MA. Uh, and no one else should be able to see me besides you, said servants or helpers, and MA because he is an arrogant, rude, annoying genius prick asshole. Uh, they teleport to the beach house using the teleporter. The teleporter is probably like over here. For reference, there's one in Queenstown as well, which is the name of the town. Nobody knows. I assume that the players would be told that. That way they know everything. Um, and the beach house also has a teleporter for reference. Now, like I said, the players are probably never going to go to the beach house. Else, if the player behind ball comes in and says that she specifically wants to show the players the beach house. Okay, cool. I would like a week notice. That way, I can make it be there. Either that or, hey, by the way, can you go and quickly make a map about the beach house? Because I would like to have the players be going there. Obviously you can wait. Just tell us when it's done. Like, I'm not going to do it for this scene, because like I'll be real. The beach house is only going to be important for scenes 2, 3, a 4. I do have 5 written. However, I'm probably going to skip over it this time because, like I said, um, if you're wanting to have an 18 plus scene, go to a different site. I'm not doing it. Uh, I'm not going to write it. And I initially didn't plan to have that type of thing be there, but it's there. It kind of explains why some other things happen. But yeah, also scene 7 and 8 essentially happened that way, or happened in there. So yeah, like this one thing that has like 4 scenes that have that one map that's never going to come up again probably. Yeah, hi. Uh, sue me for not worrying about making a map for that little thing. Essentially, like, uh, if you really wanted to get onto me about that, just honestly piss off. I'll be real. Yeah. And nothing else. I can just go and casually make a map and just screenshot it, essentially. But whatever. Anyway, moving on because I'm just gonna use this essentially. So, what do you want to show first? Well, there's a ball pit here. Oh, I know. How about you have a bit of fun here? And I join you in 5 to 10 minutes, okay? Okay. I'd like to spend more time, but I'm sure you have your reasons. I sure do, Bolly. Lilith leaves to prepare scene 3, and returns in 8 minutes. Glad to be back. Lily places her feet into the ball pit. Welcome back. Ball drags Lily into the ball pit. Now we're both surrounded by balls. See? Eh, I suppose we are. I guess the somewhat forceful drag is punishment or payment. I guess as for leaving you to have fun in the ball pit. A bit of both. Oh, I love you, so I dragged you here to be embraced by my 2 favorite things. Thanks, Ball hugs Lily. That said, my favorite thing is embracing me. She finally blushes, because one of the few times Lily. Yeah, it was one of the few times that Ball has actually made Lilith blush, I'll be real. Thank you, Ball. Lily hugs Ball. That said, the moment and I had that very first date with you, you had already become my favorite thing in the world. After being time in each other's brace, they head to the private beach. Uh, Actually, I'm gonna use the other map because why not? Okay, so this fits enough essentially. Uh, so Lewis says, "All right, Bobby. So this is what I prepared while you were in the bullpit. In that changing room, pointing over here, is a rack of clothes. How this will work is we pick the swimsuit that we most like and wear it, placing our clothes on the same hanger. How about you go first? Alright, I can't wait to see what you have prepared." Ball heads inside and immediately notices something off about the rack. Uh, hmm, did Lily miss something? There seems to be just a hanger. Ball comes as Lily is in. Did you miss something here? Ball points to the empty hanger. But yeah, there's two empty hangers for reference. No, that is intended. As I mentioned, we pick a swimsuit and wear it. If there's no swimsuit, we just place our clothes on the hanger and head out. That said, now that we are here, how about we pick the other swimsuit outfit? Of course, we can still deny it, so if we don't think we can rock it like we both should, or it makes us uncomfortable to wear it. Now, do keep in mind, like I said, they're actually at the beach house, so like, despite the fact that that I'm using the same place for a town, essentially, ignore it. Ignore the fact that they're at a town, essentially. It is just basically, uh, yeah, basically I'm just too lazy to make a map for one scene. And yeah, this entire thing is all based off of yeah, like for the most part like I is just kind of how it is essentially. Uh, I kind of forgot what I was trying to say. Oh, right. So for reference, uh, no matter like if you are thinking what it is with the empty hanger, yes, essentially. Even if you wear nothing, nobody actually does see them. Essentially, because like basically think of it as like one-way glass type thing. Essentially, like for the most part, they don't have to worry about things getting in because for the most part, like they can just swim and like as long as they don't want to go like very very far outside, it should be fine. In theory, if they go and want to, say, uh, like if the ocean level rises to where like they're now underwater or the house would be underwater, theoretically, that type of thing could protect the house. Therefore, they have a nice little underwater villa, which honestly is quite cool as well. I'll be real. But it is what it is. Anyway, Ball continues. Is I like that idea. How about you pick first? Gladly. Like I mentioned, Lily picks an empty hanger. I want you in this the most. Now, the reference for this is she is joking, essentially. Uh, so she's going to constantly joke. Uh, Ball goes and says, Lily, I can't do that. Uh, Lily picks a bikini that barely covers anything. Like I said, she just wanted to. She was going to after this suggest a yeah, she was going to suggest a normal swimsuit. Saying like, yeah, no, I mainly wanted to see your reactions. Don't get me wrong, I definitely did want you to wear nothing, but I did figure that you were comfortable with that, so I was gonna choose as like that regular like I I think that was essentially like a like effectively is probably like the same swimsuit that like Ball wears later on anyway, but Ball has none of it at this point and says, Lily, all right, fine, I will pick first." Ball grabs an empty hanger. two can play that game. Wear this. Now, Ball is also joking. However, Lily quickly strips as instructed and places her clothes on said hanger. Ball immediately covers her eyes, saying, Lily, what is wrong with you? Oh, as she blushes. As Lilith uncovers Ball's eyes, saying, No need to look away, Bolly. I have nothing to hide from you. I have nothing I wish to hide from you anymore. If you want to look, anywhere, I don't mind. Feel free to take all the pictures of me, like this, as you want, and do whatever with them, you wish, as I am yours. Or as I might still have some prizes for you, but as I mentioned, before, I am yours. Honestly, I don't mind you taking it, literally, as you do not ask me if I consent. After all, Lily rests her hand on Ball's chin. If it's you, I consent to everything. Be it working naked in the most busy place to maximize those that see me like this, or anything else that might please you. Ball looks away. Lily, I was joking with this. Lily turns Ball's head to her. Lily, can you cover up? I have not done anything I haven't wanted to do. We are lovers, so to me, there should be no issue with us seeing each other like this. You told me to be honest with you, so I do apologize, but feel free to call me a pervert, a degenerate, or whatever else you might think of. But this is the type of person I am. I am the type of person who doesn't mind showing my wife this when she wants. One that is open and to whatever my wife wants. No matter. If you don't like it, I'll head out. If you take this much issue, then head out with another swimsuit, and I will wear it to appease you. As Lilith leaves and probably just sits down on like some sort of beach towel, waiting for Ball to come out. Ball is kind of stunned by that, essentially. Mainly by the fact that that's kind of the reason that Lilith had held herself back for, essentially. Uh, she goes and continues on after a bit, saying, I'm, I'm sorry, Lily. I love you, but Ball looks at the empty hanger that Lilith very much wants her to kind of use, essentially. I don't think I can wear this. Or, I guess, in this case, it's a lack of something to wear. Ball looks at the rack. Why do you do this, Lily? I can, but would I be turning away and showing how Lily is? If so, do I have the heart to deny her being like this because I can't or showing that much skin? Lily, why? Why do you have to be so committed to these extreme lengths? Ball walks out, essentially. Well, actually, I guess that would mean she walks out in her regular thing. Hold on, let me see if I actually did list about her swimsuit. Yeah, I'd say I probably like whether or not this is her actual swimsuit, or not. Keep in mind, I don't actually have the image. The person that made Ball originally has not finished it. Uh, I do not look for them to finish it, especially not by the time that I would normally upload this, and definitely not by the time this might go actually up. But it is what it is, essentially. So, yeah. Anyway, a Ball goes Ball probably goes out in a kind of more simple swimsuit. I would say probably like purple, maybe with white dots. It's kind of hard to say like the definitive thing because I would say it would definitely look pretty and definitely would look good on her. Uh, so yeah. Now whether or not yeah, like no matter like now how much coverage it does, I don't know. I definitely do say that's not gonna be like hi, it just barely covers like the important bits. It's not gonna be like that much it will cover like a normal swimsuit, but like whether it's like hi, you can see like 50%, or if it's like you can see like only a like I say a 10% of the chest area essentially. Like I don't know how covered or not it is. I just know that basically it would probably be a dotted design, probably using purple as the main color, maybe using red dots, maybe using white. Purple and white would probably be what I would assume so. It could be reversed as well, but yeah, it is something to that effect essentially. That is the swimsuit that Ball walks out with. Uh, well, turns to Ball saying, and you look as beautiful as yeah, you look as beautiful in that as always, Bally. I take it much like how you decline my choices. You have a swimsuit for me as well. She sits next to Lilith. No, no, I didn't have the heart. What do you mean? I am quite embarrassed right now, as I yeah, I'm quite embarrassed right now, and I do not have the courage to show more skin than this. As you mentioned that you dress like that for me, even as I was joking, is what makes you you. Uh, you're a living person who would do anything for the one you love. That said, I am still too embarrassed to look at you, but as you did this, because I told you as a joke, going back on it when you didn't show me your commitment feels wrong. Especially as I know, yeah, especially as I couldn't match your commitment to the same degree. Uh, Lily pushes Ball down to help her make her. Well, she pushes her down as an attempt to relax. Alex, well, if we do this, as you should only see my face, so it should be fine, right? Lily, I know you're naked though. Uh, oh, Bally, don't sweat the details. We both know you're more well endowed than me. So if you're focused on my face or me in general, you should not notice that. Now, to be fair, that is true. That is truly true. Uh, technically, Ball, um, does have technically is bigger in the chest area than the actual succubus. The succubus as technically loses to Ball in the chest area. Uh, Now how funny you find it, that's debatable. Uh, I just figured that would be a little bit funny if it's like, uh, you go look at the being of like probably what you would say as a sexy body type thing, and then there's a character that is incredibly shy that actually beats somebody that is supposed to be sexy. So yeah, I just felt that that would be very funny and ironic. So I went with that essentially. Uh, but yeah. Uh, Lily, you should know I can't think straight like this. I was glad to hear it. And as Lily attempts to flip over, or is this better? No. Do you want me to be dumb and can't think straight? As she pouts. Uh, you look cute, especially while soaking. I didn't say you were dumb. If you were, I'd still love you. But when you deeply love someone who is dressed like this, there are only three reactions. One, you. Two, you're so used to it that it was normal. Or three, you can keep calling me even if it gets you in the mood. Uh, which, to be fair, I do say that's probably accurate. Because if you really love somebody, like, for the most part, like, you're going to get turned on and probably not going to be able to think straight if essentially they're in like some sort of like very sexy attire or lack of basically anything for reference. And if you are like if they just normally dress sexy or in that way, then in all honesty, uh, I saw this in a visual novel. I do say it's accurate, where a character was basically in a very specific manner all the time. Where like they were very lewd. It's like, yeah, yeah, just go and fix yourself. Don't worry. Uh, Like they were just straight up used to it. It was like, yeah, they didn't feel anything because like, yeah, they're always like this. That's basically just normal clothing for them. So what? Uh, and then the third option is literally just like, yeah, hi, you can think straight. Now, keep in mind, she could actually be that way, because she does have a dragon gem, specifically one that gives courage and also, I think it influences wealth, essentially. I think those are the two things they said, essentially. But yeah, anyway, uh, that said, I would rather be able to talk to you. So Lily, probably goes and gets to where she can stand up and does so. So that said, I'll do as you asked inside the change room. Lily heads to change to leave Ball with her thoughts. Phew, I thought my heart was gonna burst. I don't know if she knew it was being kind. Knowing her, she knew and felt it. I couldn't feel her though. Was she not embarrassed dressing like that? Did she not get excited? Did she leave to change knowing me, or did she leave because she was embarrassed and wanted to hide? Ball had 3 minutes to thoughts like this, before Lowe's came back and said, uh, I am back, Bolly. What do you think? Ball turns to see Lily in crimson frilled bikini. Ah, Lily lifts Ball's chin. What? Did my BP take your breath away? Well, why do you do this? As Lilith looks sad, saying, What? Did I do something wrong with leaving and change in for you? That's just it, Lily. Ball looks away. Honestly, you give me so well knowing and how I am feeling. You do so much for me. You're just so amazing. Me, on the other hand, I wanted rings and said I would get the gems. I only persuaded a dragon for the amethyst and didn't even help fight it when the rest of the group, with the left being left up to you and the others. You're so amazing that you even left to change because I couldn't handle how you were dressed, and but I can't even dress how you wanted. I'm failure, waifu isn't good for you. Uh, at which point Lily slaps Balls, who says, "What? Two things. One, what is up, Ollie? This is not like you. Two, who says you're a failure? Who says you're not good enough for me or that I am too good for you? Uh, the only one that knows every side of me is me. Uh, I expect you to know every side of me just yet, but I am sure you will learn how comforted I am to have you here by my side. So have confidence in yourself and in your presence. And sorry, Lily, but there's what I know and what I feel. I know you love me and feel I do enough. I just feel you're such a good wife that I don't feel like I do enough to deserve all of what you do for me. The fact this is our own world to where we can come to this place anytime we want and be here alone 24/7 is such a high bar to match up to that it is unreal. This on top of how I can't even and just simply show the amount of skin you want me to show you, so you can say I yeah, you say be confident, but I do nothing but receive. While you provide more money than what we want to use, provide me with so many lovely outfits, and you provide me with the town of my dreams and the home of my dreams. I'm sorry, Lily. I know you say I'm good, but other than my love and attention, I do nothing. And you do that and so much more. Uh, Lily hugs Ball. Oh, Bolly, as I mentioned, and there's always more at play than what you realize. Which, for reference, yes. Like, I, I honestly always find it amazing how, like, I, you don't really know about how impactful your life has been until you see what happens if you did not exist, essentially. Uh, like for example, with the one for life, like the person just flat out thought that they were useless, thought that they were better off dead, thought that they never needed to exist. However, if they never existed, um, several more people would have died. The entire town would have been a different place, essentially. So yeah. Uh, I'm not gonna say anything more than that, but that's just kind of how it is. And I said that's a very important thing, and that's definitely something that you should always keep in mind. And you see, when we both suggested the empty hanger, we were both joking, as I fully expected you to use a bikini rather than my two joke pics. Before you got annoyed and retaliated with your own joke pic, I just called your joke. Well, I just called your joke for two reasons. One, I didn't mind, so if you're serious, why not provide that candy for you? Two, I just wanted to do it as a tease, since you should know I do enjoy to tease you, as your reactions are always amazingly cute. Uh, and honestly, I can never get enough of how you react. You say you do nothing, yet your reactions are adorable, lovely, and make my day. You brighten my world just by being you. The reason I do so much for you is that your mere presence is such a comfort that, despite what you call failures, I feel you deserve me. You mentioned for me to be honest with you, but it's two-way street. Comfort and desires are the same way. I never want to make you uncomfortable, but I'll strive to meet your desires, including, like I said, if you desire to see me provide customer service with nothing on, but you have to be honest and open for me to provide your desires. Thank you, Lily. I am glad I comfort you, but as much as I want to meet your desires, I just can't. Uh, it's alright, Bolly. Focus on your ring, specifically the ball when you need strength, since it has a secret. Really? How does it have a secret, and what secret does it have? You know how I talked about getting gems from a gym dragon? I remember, but what's the importance of that? Wouldn't any amethyst or sapphire be fine? Nope. Uh, and like I said, yeah. The importance of dragon gems is well, the effects of dragon gems is why, for example, the shop owner would consistently check for magic. Because if there was dragon magic on it, then yes, it was a dragon gem, and it would have the effect and be able to be properties just by simply having the gem be there. However, that said, it would also require the attunement then, and you could then use it as a focus. Alright? You see, I asked for a dragon gem knowing you. If you have dragon gems, try selling them to jewelers. They will pay a lot. Then ones that pay second most are magic stars. Third most are people like me. As the three of us know how to use gems to imbue magical properties into items. In this case, I figured there would be a time where you might want to have the courage to meet my desires, or desire the mental strength to keep calm as I excite you like I did today. The ruby didn't imbue any properties. That said, it did help the gems to be purple. Because yes, what basically went into the gems was a sapphire, like is typical, a ruby, a to kind of imbue a bit more red, and then an amethyst, which was already purple to make the gem purple. Did you have to use the gem properties today? Oh no, Bolly, I didn't. Well, if I did, it was more to calm my urges so I didn't sexually harass or attack you. Of course, if you ever want to sexually attack me, I'm all for premature consenting. If you decide you want to do it at like 2 a.m. while I'm sleeping, I don't mind being woken up by you in any matter or state. I'll keep that in mind. Not sure how long until then, but I might put that to a test. I hope you test it tonight, but I will not hold my breath for it. Alright, so now we're to the final one of the ones that are pre-session. Actually, wait, are they all pre-session? Because sadly, this is all still the same day. Like I would say that the wedding was like 2 days before. But I think that would have been about like 5 days travel for them to have gone from Ashramushti to where Queenstown is, essentially. Huh. Yeah. Weird. Oh, wait, no, it would have been 3 days. Because I think I listed 3 days. I really need to go make a roadmap, I'll be real. But anyway, that's beside the point. Like, I'll make a world map at some point. And nothing else, just simply so I can send my players there and just like, hi, here's where I've said where everything is for the world. Do with it whatever you will, essentially. Plus then if I say it's like, so, are you planning to go to a different town? Then I can just send it to the world map and see where they go from there, essentially. Anyway, After swimming a bit and enjoying their time, Ball and Lilith head inside, back in their Ball back in regular clothes. Lily is indeed dry, but still in her swimsuit. Do I need to change, Lily? Will you be cold preparing dinner like that? Oh, it's fine. I don't mind. Plus, you can warm me up if you're that concerned. Please don't tease me like that after earlier. Plus, I'd rather not get my clothes wet. Oh, I am dry. And and do say that if I am fine like this, uh, uh, hold on, let me go and figure out how I wrote this. Okay, yeah, it's kind of weird phrasing, but like when you read it all at once, it kind of makes sense. But yeah, word for word is kind of weird. But yeah, she goes and says, if I am fine like this, and you're concerned, then you can use your body heat to keep me warm. But no need to worry about it if you don't want to. Uh, Ball thinks for a moment, saying, if you say so. Ball walks over to hug Lily from behind us. Do not disturb her cooking. Better? Based on your sentence, I was thought you were going to back off. Uh, what? I thought you wanted me to hug you like this, you pervert. Uh, er, you caught me. I'm a pervert that wanted this. A what? uh, now, to be fair, I did specifically look up the definition of the word vert, essentially, or at least the suffix vert. So, uh, here's what came up: a ball vert definition, and one that turns to balls. Because yes, vert is specifically one that turns away. Pervert is specifically one that turns away from the norms. So degenerate is yeah, if you're willing to say that somebody is like perverted, especially if they're only perverted towards like one specific person, it's usually better to just use the term degenerate rather than pervert, essentially. Because at least to me, like, if you go and say like, oh yeah, no, like I would love to see my wife in like very lewd situations. Especially if I'm the like if I'm the one doing it, like I would definitely love to see my wife in a lewd situation. Like, I say that's normal. Uh, so I wouldn't say somebody's a pervert for that. Now, however, I will call them a degenerate for that. That is very much true. Uh, you are also a baller, or Bali. Just, I join you, especially as you have ball in your name. Lily passionately kisses Ball on the lips. Well, I guess I'm a Lilybird. Uh, yeah, I don't think that went over as well as you thought. But I get what you're going for. Lily resumes preparing dinner. Cause yeah, I'll definitely be real. Like, well, Ball does have Ball in her name, and I don't think that turning one that turns to Lily's actually probably went over as well. But I guess anybody that's listening to this and can like sound off in the comments if you say like turning to balls sounds a lot better or sounds a lot worse than or goes over a lot worse than like turning to lilies with like the uh freaking nickname of Lily. Anyway, uh oh yeah, your mother came over. I told your mother about the gift we got from MA. I forgot I mentioned that earlier. Frick. Oh well. Uh, she said that we need it. What does she mean? Uh, again, yeah, I almost forgot. I forgot about that part of this, but yeah, like basically just assume that before our Lilith walked in, essentially that uh there was a little temporary a transition thing for reference on that. Essentially, uh, I would say that that does exist. It basically just uh, like if you know a futa basically just makes somebody temporarily that effectively for about 8 hours or until all of the 18 plus fluid is out. Uh, I would say that's probably something that only works on girls for our reference. And so like basically if you're a guy, don't worry, you're not gonna have any effect essentially. Either that or it does have an effect and you just have two pieces of genitalia. But I'm not even going to entertain that too much after that. But, yeah. Uh, uh, I assume she would talk to you too. She told me about that special milk I would need daily. But anime makes me only need to do once a month due to a potion he makes. I wish I did know, but if you're providing it, then I wouldn't mind it having it daily. But I would ask you to do so, so don't worry too much about what she said. Uh, Now keep in mind, I assumed it as like, I Lilith's mother visited her and then visited Ball, but it is what it is. But she said it makes you suffer. Somebody love teasing people, and they love dirty things. So, she might have said it just to see your reaction. It does pain you, doesn't it? I can hear that slight change in voice. I thought I told you to be honest with me. He. And yet, you called yourself a failure of life. You're right. It does pain me. To know it's a lewd thing from someone I do not like. But, as I mentioned, and I would need it at least once a month. So, I'd rather suffer in silence than cause you discomfort. Or I guess in this case, I'd rather suffer through it than make you uncomfortable. Well, thanks for a bit. Alright, Lily, what are the side effects for the extended use of MA's potion? Luckily, I asked him earlier. Once a month is no issue. It's an issue a little more frequently, but you don't want it to be much more than one dose on the 7th of the month, and the second one on the 28th to avoid side effects. Now, keep in mind, I did. It's basically like every 3 weeks. I just did that as a specific example. Uh, I'm gonna assume with this that casually like the smallest number is effectively about like 3 weeks essentially, or rather, I assume that the smallest number would be the smallest month would be about 28 days, similar to like our calendar. Uh, sometimes the game world progresses faster. Sometimes our world progresses faster. Typically, it's our world progresses faster, but sometimes they advance sometimes they advance weeks in a session. Sometimes it's only like, hey, by the way, an hour has passed, or maybe even like about say 6 minutes has passed. 6 minutes is usually extreme. Um, I don't think outside of one time they've had weeks pass, but it is what it is. The actual side effects end when the tank is empty, or 8 hours pass, whichever is shorter. So there are no real risks involved as long as we don't get it. What are the side effects? I assume the side effects are things like it becoming permanent, alongside things like it actually being dangerous in the case I lose control of myself. Or lose control, or lose myself. Why would it be dangerous as then, but not now? Simple. Right now it's temporary. So if it happens to let you grow something to feed me without reducing how long you live, I assume he broke some ethics rules for this. Which, to be fair, yes, he probably did. Uh, but I'd rather break the ethics rules than use you as a test subject. Obviously, if it was a permanent feature, me losing control would take years off your life. Right, Lily, I don't want you to suffer, so just once a month I'll use the thing for you. She points her index finger at her. Only once a month. Got it? Sure. Don't force yourself. It's my problem. You know how to deal with it for my sake. Why do you do this, Lily? I am your wife. We should share the burdens of the household. If you're the only one making money, it's fine for you to be paying for everything, even if sometimes we use your card, or sometimes we use mine. Uh, which I definitely say no issue with that. Uh, in battle, it's fine to leave it to me, but cooking, laundry, and dishes should be split between us. Oh, don't mind. And, I don't mind always doing the laundry. It's so nice. I insist on doing it. Hmm. Knowing you is because you smell my clothes, aren't you? Hmm? Why's that your guess? Because, yes, everybody guesses that Lilith is smelling Ball's clothes. Uh, you insisted on that and didn't with the rest. Knowing how much you love me, and based on you today, I assume you like to imagine that. How would you feel if I did that with your clothes? Lily finishes preparing dinner and then rests her hand on Ball's chin. Do you want to smell my clothes as I see you're washing them? Hey, yo! Uh, well, you asked us. I just washed mine as they're doing yours. If you want Want me to give you some clothes that have my scent on them? I don't mind, as that's saying you really love someone. So, honestly, if I walked in on you smelling my clothes, I say you're fine to continue. If you're doing a fantasy, then you can either continue it or you can make that fantasy a reality. Pervert, I'm not really like this with you. I say it's perfectly normal to have fantasies related to the one you like. I think it's normal to like the scent of the one you love and want to have something that reminds it's you of their scent. Quit trying to rationalize this. You're just a pervert. I believe the term you're looking for is degenerate. Pervert is also a term from the normal, not one that always imagines situations with them and someone in particular that they love. Let's just eat. Okay, I'll be real. I really do need to get checked out for this cold at some point. I'll be checked out tomorrow, probably. I'll be real, but still, it is what it is. It is essentially. Uh, Luckily I haven't needed to be paused, but well, paused for too longer. But yeah, like I said, I did have something for scene 5. Like scene 5, I've IBC have nothing written because it is especially that night. Now, like I said, basically, you can make your own headcanon about it now, essentially, on whether or not, like, Lilith is pregnant or not. Uh, for reference, if one of them is pregnant, it would be Lilith, essentially. Because, like I said, Ball is effectively she's a half NPC, I would say. The reason why I say half is there is a player behind her, but effectively I have been given like permission to level her up as I see fit. I've also been given effective control over her. So yeah, uh, the players will level up like next week. Essentially, they have if they don't level up by next week, this is their fault. Like I said to them, well, I have already told them that they have leveled up. Uh, so they basically had a week to get with me, essentially. It's fine. Uh, I'm not going to worry at all about it. Uh, Now, this is stuff that is happening basically right before they go and come in, essentially. Right? So, this is scene 6 where they're registering the town. Because basically, up to this point, the town has not gotten a name. It is in a unknown country. Is in a it's an unknown town name. In an unknown country. Uh, the effective country right now is specifically this town to their beach house. That is it. It is quite literally where it is at. There is nothing else with it. uh, but yeah, with their honeymoon over. Oh wait, hold on. I forgot to switch to the other map. Okay, so now I'm on the proper map. Like I said, I made this map for the session because they just happened to do it. For reference, right here's the police station. Right here's the store. They have a library. There is actually a librarian in there, technically. Now, it's not a human librarian, and it's just kind of like, okay, here's a bunch of like other sort of things, and it's just kind of like a basic, like bot type thing. Nothing there actually is stock. They have a magic store and a pet store, as well as an armory and a restaurant. Now, there's the town hall. Uh, this will be later. So, essentially, when something later gets mentioned, that's what is being referred to, essentially. Anyway, with the heavy moon over, they head to their new town to register the town name. And hello, Queens. How are you today? I take you here for a naming. Now, to be fair, like I said, something interesting there is they don't quite pick up too much on the fact that that Mara calls them queens. Yes, I very much like the name, so we'll name this town Queenstown. Um, that's lovely. It's perfect for us. What about the country name of Queens? What do you mean country name? I was told you two were the rulers of this nation. We shouldn't be the rulers. I don't make mistakes. So by my data records and positioning, this is your nation. Lunara, call the murderous asshole. Uh, which to be fair for reference, that's what happens later, or when Emma gets called. So this is the first time that Emma's been called today. He gets called later on for a second time. Uh, um, Lunara says, understood. Yo, uh, what the hell did you do? He starts laughing immediately. Quit laughing. What the hell did you do for the town? What do you mean? You know damn well what I'm talking about, you asshole. Just answer the damn question. That is not how a queen should be talking. I do not care. I am not your damn queen. I am sorry. I don't know why that just got me again. And, and I will be real. I do laugh about that because I will be real. It was kind of funny the fact that she just keeps having that happen. Uh, and just keeps going right into what Emma planned. Quit laughing, asshole. Sorry, this is just far funnier than I expected. Mara's correct. Your area of rule is set to your vacation. I hate you. Why did you make me a queen? Uh, don't forget your wife is also a queen. But frankly, I mostly just wanted to see your reaction to being queen. Technically speaking, if you don't mind I can take over the dragon area so you don't have your business be international. Nor do you have to pay taxes. Plus, in business terms, those that provide materials to you are just paying their taxes at that point. Up to you. Just don't cause suffering or problems for those already in charge. No promises. Is is can you also add balls to our territory? I make no balls forced to accept balls. Ooh, great idea. I'm curious how you react. Okay, I'm expanding the territory. Asshole. And hangs up the phone. Most likely to spend balls in Lilith's territory, which is going to happen like insanely quickly. Like, I'll be real. By the time that he gets, yeah, by the time that the players get here, and then by the time that he's already gone, and by the time that they go off to like Emily, essentially, or to where, yeah, by the time they get back to where the town is, as like the original town, before they go and get to Emily. Yeah, he's probably already taken over all those areas, and has probably also already went and set up the meeting. That is going to be like the next thing, essentially, for reference. But yeah, anyway. Hey, well, I would draw a blank. How about you, Bolly? Anything start your brain as a country name? Sorry, I have no idea either. Statements acknowledged. Randomized suggestion. Balakoya? That sounds lovely. What do you think, Bolly? It's like a longer ball. I like it. Acknowledged. Updating location information to Queenstown, Balakoya. Have a good day, Queens. I think we need to make laws in some sort of government. Type of government monarchy. Leader our head diplomat. Queen. In this case, Queen Lilith. Uh, laws, generic rules, and no city or business can outlaw balls. Sounds good to me. You still have enough time, right, Lily? Uh, technically yes, but nothing else. Guess I can make you my secretary and bodyguard. So, if out and about, it is your job to ensure my safety. But if here, then you are responsible for making sure I take breaks to see my lovely secretary. If needed, have the tea to relax. Of course, being the acting monarch is too taxing at that time. Then I can figure out somebody to take over the day-to-day management, so I can focus on my cute, wonderful, lovely, adorable Queen Bolly. No flirtatious loitering in any city building, thank you. Now, Mara. New law. No telling a couple to not flirt unless it's disruptive or untimely. New law accepted. Continue to flare in peace, but I prefer you to do it elsewhere. Alright, Mara. Is there any place I have to be for paperwork, such as City Hall or... City Hall is preferable, but you can rule out of your store. But then you might work 8 to 16 hours rather than the expected 8. Oh, it's nothing. It's nothing else. I'm sure. Uh, uh, I assume I autocorrected something. Because I assume that's supposed to be, oh, and nothing else. I'm sure Baldy here will assist in making me relaxed if I get too stressed. Because for reference, it's like, all this got typed up as, like, I am literally on the opposite side. So, like, I'm normally on the southern side. I'm out, at that point, I'm actually up at the north, essentially. So, yeah. I am quite literally all only on my phone, and soon after this, I probably have ran out of phone internet. I'll be real. uh, oh. Anyway, of course, as I will aid you, as you mentioned and before, a good wife will assist where they can. That said, while I might be a good wife, you are a god to your wife. I did not mind autocorrect doing that because, as for reference, as after typing good a bunch of times, it kept changing it to God for whatever reason. So I just went with that a bit. Uh, anyway, thanks. That said, not as much of a compliment as you might think. Gods are often assholes and sluts, but I do get what you're going for. I may be a divine wife, but you're still at least a great wife. I sure don't feel like I've made a great wife. Uh, Lily points her finger. Hey, I say you are, so there. Or are you saying I'm a liar or wrong? Yeah, I never said you were, but you are cute. Please go to a private room, you two. Such as your beast house to do this. Deal with it, Mara. They both sync up to this. Deal with it, Mara. We're synced. Uh, Now, at this point, the players walk in. Like, it's right about at this point. After everything goes through, uh, and that's everything that goes on. So, like I said, this is basically stuff that has happened between sessions. Now, what happens between points? Because by technicality, Emily has not yet met the two queens. So, how do the queens meet the dragons? Well, uh, I will set it up and get to you. Okay, so basically this is scene 7 where they are meeting the dragons. So, like I said, MA probably really quickly took over the dragon areas and also Paulus. And then basically because he felt it would have been important no matter what, he set up this meeting. So, as I mentioned, and the reason why Emily had in that random little bit that actually had a little keypad, that was where her secret entrance to the keypad was. And therefore, once that you actually do that, it unlocks the teleporter. So therefore, she can teleport wherever she needs because all the signatures are in there. Uh, this is for reference at the beach house. It's not actually in their town. But yeah. Funny enough, she's actually near this town, or near where the town is, regardless. Because something that I have not used yet is the town of Heartvale. Which, for reference, if you guys can see this, it is actually the home of the Crystal Dragon. Uh, so, uh, I felt that that would be a nice little touch up. Because when I had actually planned for session 34, they definitely had goldfish memory. And the reason why I say they definitely had goldfish memory is not only did I have to repeatedly tell them where the frick they needed to go for various missions, and they would forget in the span of like 5 minutes over something other or random that happened, basically. Uh, but yeah. Anyway, I forgot if I gave them gold for finding this ship. If I didn't give them gold for our the sort of thing, I will check back if I did. If I didn't, it is probably about like I would say like since they just confirmed that it wasn't a thing, I'd say probably it would be about like 25 per person essentially. Like still a decent bit because they at least did travel, but like yeah, not like a full thing because they didn't do anything. It's not like it was a minimum colony. But anyway, so uh, everybody is going to be introduced. Now, keep in mind, like I said, this here is the ancient at Emerald Dragon, who is the father of her. Uh, so keep in mind, these two I did in Vroid after I figured out about the fact of, hey, by the way, in Vroid, there is a neat little feature where yeah, I can make it in dark mode. So unlike these these five, where I figured they were going to come up sometime soon, so I made one for each of them. Funny enough, I made her like I think back in June. Him I made back in like freaking I think October. No, not October. It would have been around. I think that I might have made her back in May, and then him back in like July. It would have been some long time ago. But anyway, uh, the point is like basically the father just sits across from the daughter or at the meeting. Um, they are kind of sort of in statements of friends, basically. Uh, so yeah. Uh, I am Lilith, Queen of Balcolia. This is my queen, Bali. Let's do introductions, starting with the ladies. Oh, great. New management. Can't wait for you all to want me dead or text me death. Just try it now, get it over with. Oh, don't worry about Tori. She loves to complain. Like hell I do. Quit giving me reasons to complain. You complained about me reading your fortune after asking, chose to swim, then complained about swimming. Need I go on? Quit talking about all my complaints. I hate you doing that. It is annoying. Anyway, if you need to know, she is a monk. I am Christine, and I am a fortune telling dragon. So, I don't mind saying this because, yeah, I think I'll get to it later, so I'll mention it there. Uh, alright, I'll go next. I am Sophia. While we're saying occupations, I'm an innkeeper. Daily you can say I scam people, but hey, this is a scam if I alert my underlings to not murder those that stop my inn, if I do charge 48 times the normal room rate. Because yes, to go back to the point, actually I think that we didn't get to that point, but I do remember in a video, or rather one of the sessions that has now been lost, basically. We might get it at some point soon, but that'll be like like a very long time in the future. Uh, if something crazy happens on like the birthday stream, okay, cool. We might get it sooner. I'm not expecting anything crazy to happen. Uh, but yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, uh, so uh, basically, those that stop by the inn in the Sapphire area before they go visit the dragon usually are more likely to survive. That is typically the reason. She goes and says a general description, says that they're about to go to the uh, Adventurers Guild because usually uh, they go and say like uh, hey, we were told that we're going to stop by this will go and make us more likely to survive the dragon. And how much for a room? And then when they're sleeping or something, and she goes and tells like the underling saying like, hey, by the way, go a bit easy on them. Like, don't fully murder them. Uh, like, still go and prioritize your own survival, but don't don't like overly fight, essentially. Like, basically, if they go and have their breath, then like if they used it last turn, they might wait a turn or two to use it again. And if they seem like they're about to die, they will probably like if it seems like everybody's at half health or less, they probably won't do it again, and other things like that. That's kind of what happens with her. But anyway, Sophia continues on. As for this shy girl over here, points to the green haired girl with green glasses, aka Emily. She is Emily. She is a bookkeeper that doubles as a informant. Uh, Hello again, Miss Bunny. I assume you're doing polygamy with Lilith and Mr. Bunny, but I am Arya. I'm a barkeeper. Eh? I'm only married to Lily. Oh, my mistake. I figured you must have left those five to die. You might have left those five to die if your husband was in there. Just for reference, Ball actually did. Like, I know that it's also in one of those lost sessions, but yeah, like basically, do you want to get the amethyst? Ball. What happened was, as they're all fighting, and so like they go and finish off Chell, who basically is the first one to have turned. Then, and I believe Lucas is told to turn on Fayessa. He doesn't. Fayessa goes over, finds a crab, gets knocked unconscious by the crab, and then, and basically Lucas goes over, also gets knocked unconscious to the crab. Uh, Wretched fails and is told like you should murder the bunny. So he does. He's blinded, but he manages to set off a bomb and knock out Wretched. So knock out Joker, who's using hops at that point. So yeah, he goes in and then Ball comes in and Ball emotional damages Wretched, and down he goes Wretched. And because yeah, Ball emotional damage is absolutely glorious. It's a very great spell. I love it a lot. And Ball's probably I gotta be the only one that uses it. But anyway, uh, you mean hops? Anyway, why were you trying to murder them, Arya? I guess I do. Anyway, I did it because they murdered my young. Cause yes, like Squishy does know that this is the case. Arya is one of those dragons that, yes, indeed, loves her young. She's not the extreme of if you do like one hit point of damage against my young, I am going to murder you all. She's not that much of protective against her young. But she is, if you murder my young, I will go and murder you. She is that way. Uh, Sophia he's kind of one of those ones where it's like, yeah, I don't care. The biggest reason that I would care is, hi, just give me money. Give me money for, like, pay me for the fact that you defeated them. After that, I don't care. Like, that's literally how she is. I forgot about the fact that that is a Maz. I muted my mic only. But anyway. Uh, Lily continues on. Uh, Now for the guys. I am Toda Todal. As you may have guessed, I am Tori's father. Because yes, her full name is Todao Tori. It's kind of like a Japanese style name because I did kind of base all these off of like certain names. So like I the crystal ones is basically gym ones. Sorry, it's basically like English ones. These two are actually, believe it or not, Spanish names. How Emily is a Spanish name, I don't know effectively, but it is. I forget on Steven. Uh, well, I forget on Steven and Sophia. I think Sophia just was like the first one that I thought of. Same thing with Arya. Uh, Tori and Dadao were very much Japanese. Yes. Anyway, the green one says, I am Escobar. I hate bows, but I will accept that my daughter loves one of those people. Of us father dragons, I'm an informant, but otherwise I have no job like the rest. Because yes, like all the fathers have like no jobs. Funny enough, the daughters all have jobs in their town, but like the guys are just like, we don't care to have a job in our town. We just exist. But yeah, anyway, uh, the blue-haired one says, I am Stephen, father of Sophia. Uh, the purple-haired one that I don't have a picture for says, I am Adelard, father of Arya. I am Chris, father of Christine. And, oh, that one says, okay. In the case this is necessary, what type of dragon are you all? Uh, I will start. I am an amethyst dragon. I am a I am a sapphire dragon. Emily is a emerald dragon. I'm a crystal dragon. And Tori is a topaz dragon. I didn't say it myself. Oh, how dare you! I just wanted to give you a reason to complain about much like you love so much. Quit doing that! I take you to our dating? I can see how you might think that based on your relationship, but no, we're just good friends. Because yes, for the most part, like I kind of view like Christine and Tori kind of similar to like me and Wretched, where it's like, yeah, hi, I Christine will intentionally mess with Tori just to simply give her reasons to complain because it's like Tori loves to complain about things, as do most Topaz dragons, and so she's just like, oh, you love complaining? How about I just give you reasons to complain? Alright, have fun. Uh, on much like me making Wretched suffer earlier today in Golf of Friends. Because for reference, this is the Golf of Friends day where um, I make a map, and literally one time on the map, he's like, I am entirely done with Golf of Friends for the day. To be fair, it was like an hour, so it makes sense. And, anyway, Lilith goes and says, fair enough. We just want to make sure balls aren't banned. But how do you all roll? Oh, I destroy old buildings and kidnap those that can't work. Can't really reproduce, but still eat food. Oh, and kill bandits and other kidnap people and criminals. You do know that's illegal, Don, right? Not for a dragon! Plus, in my town, they make it a law for me to do what I want and love me for it. Anyway. Which, to be fair, is true. Like, the screaming that they were investigating, it indeed was a Topaz Dragon. And the Topaz Dragon indeed would have had safety from the town due to rules. Okay, so yeah, I basically just got the gold medicine. I believe I was saying that, like, in a lot of these dragon towns, like, they might actually have secret laws, to, like, protect the dragon. But yeah, like, the investigation that they were doing originally into like Ostromachty, where it's like, hey, by the way, people are screaming in the middle of the night and disappearing. We have no idea what's happening with these disappearance cases. Yeah, all of them are related to the dragon. So the high cop going out. Yeah, odds are it was a beguiling whisper, and the cop was knocking themselves out and being told, given guidance like, walk to over here. Which after the, which if they were off, yeah, hi, they're going to just continue the last remaining order, and then like just not do anything else. So after that one side was gone, it's like, hi, yeah, just get the keys open or get the places open, and hi, all the criminals are able to just get out and walk right to where the dragon is and die. Yay! Uh, but yeah, basically like the for reference on Topaz Dragons, they do like destruction, and they also do love to complain. So yeah, that's why Tori, when they were asked, yeah, very much, very much was the one that was causing the screaming, and very much capable to do everything else with it. Uh, and she was also protected because laws essentially told her to do whatever the hell she wanted, and the townspeople did not know she was doing that. The other ones are a little bit more are upfront about what they're doing. Uh, Now, Christine, and I am not like that, pointing at Tori, but I will protect my town like the rest. But I'm an attraction in my town, and I am well received and loved for being the portrait teller I am. So, yeah, they have not met Christine. However, as they do go to Christine's town, and I did not mind them knowing this, because to be fair, I already told Wretched this. So Wretched already knows about Christine, and honestly, out of these dragons, and I would say the one that I would most like to meet is actually Christine. Christine is the one that I would most like to meet because one, she's probably still very pretty. Uh, Two, uh, she's the one that I would actually be most likely to meet. Because probably the one that I would like the most is actually Emily. But uh, Emily, I would be real. If she was actually how Emily was, she would probably want to never see me. Not because I did anything bad to her, but simply because she'd be too shy to actually see me. Uh, Christine would actually be like, "Oh, hi, sup? How are you? Come on in. Do you want your fortune told? No. Okay. Anything else I can help you with? I mean, I mainly just read fortunes. I don't know what else to do now. Like she's nice and friendly. She just wants to read your fortune. That's it. Like she doesn't care. She doesn't want you murdered. She doesn't have like this big grand layer. She just likes stealing fortunes. That's all. Like her beloved treasures are literally just like the crystal ball she has and like maybe a tarot deck. Uh, like she's fine. She's chill. She's just an absolutely lovely person. I'll be her. Arya continues, much like Arya, I am a bit of an attraction, but for a different reason. I am typically an attraction wherever I go, be it the arena, my bar, my bar with a challenge. Grog would definitely take that challenge. He doesn't care about the reward, he just wants to take the challenge and survive the 10 hit challenge. Which, in all honesty, he very much might. Alright, because unlike Shell with that challenge, I could see him activating Rage. And therefore, once he activates Rage, he takes half damage. So therefore, he might actually be able to survive, essentially. Like, it would be definitely a lot closer than typical. Uh, but yeah, the Chuck E. Cheese is for DDR. Because I believe DDR isn't copyrighted, funny enough. Uh, or Dosberry's special dragon menu. Finally, I have a chance to speak my dragon form. Uh, for reference, yes. So all that's true. Like, they've not. I do not feel like they would have spent the week to where like it was a Saturday, essentially. Uh, I really do need to at some point start figuring out about like, okay, so what time of the week is it, essentially, and stuff like that. Uh, that way, it's a little bit more like, oh yeah, no, like you're on this day, this and stuff like that. I just don't want to necessarily like fully worry about that because like one, I then have to worry about time. Two, we then effectively that yeah, like then there might be people that well, I'd have to worry a little bit more about like what times would people might be off and stuff like that. So that's typically why I don't worry about it. Uh, that's also why occasionally I forget about what NPCs they are and just don't even worry about it. If it's like a very important NPC, like an owner, yeah, I might usually remember. But usually, if it's an owner, yeah, I would typically have it be an owner like somewhat related to the area, such as the Topaz owner in of the restaurant in like Oshamachi. Anyway, Paul goes and says, "Oh, I would love to see those things. Hey, Arya, please do let us know when the next DDR session and Dragon Dance would be. Oh, and can you set up a Chuck E. Cheese over in Queenstown? Like I said, this is where I mentioned that they. Well, yes, I'm using the Queenstown map, so Ario, they when they go up, Arya might actually be up here setting up the Chuck E. Cheese, essentially. Uh, uh, so yeah, like she might be instructing people on like, hey, do this, do that, essentially. So like they can technically like open up that building essentially, and then it's like, oh, sorry, we're under construction, and as they go on and meet Arya essentially, but it is what it is essentially. Anyway, back to it. Uh, sure I can, and I was set up with the dragon menu as is a regional specific thing, but nowhere else has implemented it. Now, for reference on the dragon menu, so how it normally is just that the Chuck E. Cheese is kind of like this unhealthy, greasy type area, but the Dragon menu, specifically from Dosberry, you'll have a bit more healthy options such as seafood, fresh veggies, so just vegetables in general. Uh, they still might have the greasy, cheesy pizza and other things like that, but like I, it would be a lot more focused on the dragon menu, and they probably would be preparing a lot more from the dragon menu because like how Dosberry is just that it's a dragon focused town. So yeah, like I said, all these dragons that kind of are in towns usually have towns centered around them. So Dustar, he didn't like he technically didn't use the name. Emily didn't make the name of the town. Um, but he effectively rules over the town and sets up how the town is. Emily just kind of crashes in the library. uh, but it is what it is. You do you, Emily. Uh, uh, as I mentioned, not much with my town. We're Cobalt Mining Settlement with a dragon in, so I just let it do its own thing. That said, a red-hooded prick. I wonder who that red-hooded prick is. it's totally not. It's totally not at all. Like there's a random red hooded prick that will just randomly come in wherever he wants, and do whatever the frick he wants, and then just leave, without explaining a single word about whatever the frick he's doing, and he just does like the most random BS things that you could probably ever imagine. And he just does it simply because he can. Uh, anyway, uh, yeah, the pricks set me up with the teleport to get here, but while the kobolds love him, I hate him. For reference, yes, like this also did not get sound, but this prick kills old Wretched at one point. Uh, he then also revived him because Wretched didn't tell me anything, and so I just made him a random character. Uh, you don't uh you don't let do things to annoy your DM while they're making your character. You kind of want the DM to be on. You kind of want to be on the good side of the DM. He kept sending me other things to where I had to balance and stuff. Uh, and so I just made him like probably the worst character I could ever have thought of. I'll be real. And he then said, I would take that money and revive myself, please. Thank you very much for doing that. Well, thank you very much for giving me the money to do so. I am going to take it. Uh, I see what you mean. And I assume this prick is the same one that made the teleport so we all could get here for a meeting. Took over several areas and generally should be avoided, but will still do whatever he wants. I'll ask him to erase this location for other login says. I would like this place to be only for me, Polly, and whoever else we decide to bring with us. How about you, Emily? I live at home. My dad is nice to the town and has plans to do with the young and only fights those in the back area. Uh, which for reference is true. He has set the first 4 rooms up with lighting so that everybody can see and interact with the town. Because normally Underdark towns do have the town lit up. The if there's a dungeon or something, that's probably not lit up. But the town is probably lit up. That's why I don't really worry about doing dynamic lighting on it. Because I'll be real, why? Why worry about whether or not you can see if the entire town is lit, and if you go into a shop, odds are they're probably going to be lit. It makes no sense to have light on at that point. Alright, if you're going to be able to see no matter what, you should be. I'm not going to freaking plan for you to, have to worry about whether or not you can see. Plus, then if I screw up and your token doesn't have sight, then I don't have to worry about you complaining about, oh, hey, yeah, by the way, I can't see until we get to the dungeon. But yeah, no need to be scared or frightened. We wouldn't judge or harm you. Oh, she knows. It's typically get her information from her, or are you? Just think of Emily as a little kitten. Her dad is a dog, but would be a cat if he wasn't trying to find somebody find someone that Emily might like and leave to join. Join to leave her dad's lair. To be fair, also, he wouldn't mind her coming to this town as a librarian, just simply to get her out of the town. Damn straight. If these two want to take Emily out, the answer is always yes. Botanics is job, especially on dragons. I run a town similar to Tori. Outside of, I am only worship and never worship and tribute. None of the destruction. And I am go with the flow. I defend, but I am not attraction, object of worship, nor terror. Same. Too much work otherwise. I do like Tori, but none of the worship. Yeah, like you said, Topaz Giants are kinda evil. They kind of like destroying things. You will, like, in all honesty, I would not be surprised about him not being, in a town, and more about like, yo, Dragon Destruction Company, you call us, we destroy it. What do you need destroyed? we don't take any refunds for our false destructions. It's, like I could totally see that being the case. But yeah. Uh, well, if all the formality stuff is out of the way, we'll meet you later to. We'll meet you all later to update you all of the media location for next month and tell you all. Uh, oh, if we need or want a more permanent media location, I can have Cobalt's mine out of section of my lair, to where I could open up a passage from the teleport for you all. Uh, hmm, that is one idea, but I prefer to not meet underground nor here. Uh, I have the teleport in the attic above my bar, so we can meet in the attic of my beachside town. That should be fine. Let us know if you want help setting it up. Uh, we'll do. Now, since we're all here, how about we take us home? Uh, all these people say, nah, you girls go have fun. And all the other ones, besides Tori, say, sounds great. Tori specifically says, sounds dreadful. Could you have picked a more suitable thing without leaving me out? Polygon says, let's join them, Lily. Alright. I suppose you have swimsuits. Insert Ari as the only one that I actually have a swimsuit for. Because for reference, Emily's not needed to be, they've not been by a beach with Emily. So they've not needed it. I figured that they were going to do a lot more with the beachside thing for Arya, so I made a beachside outfit for Arya. And yeah. To be fair, the initial plan was actually funny enough. Yeah, the initial plan for this was to have, like, Ball, Lilith, and the party, as well as these 5 dragons, all head out to a specific island. Where, funny enough, one of the first things was going to be the ancient Spire Dragon. I kind of am glad that that didn't go through because that thing did a lot of damage. Sophia was the one that was going to help fight it. She's CR15. I threw against it a CR22. CR22 went into phase 2. So, technically, round 1 it lost. Round 2 it won. But the thing is, technically, if you really wanted to have it have been fair, it would have needed a round 3. And the thing wasn't capable to do round 3. So, yeah. It is what it is. But yeah. For reference, all of them do have this female. All of them do have a swimsuit thing, and so they all say yes. We never need to. Actually, I forget if I skipped over the Lily saying, "All right, I suppose you have swimsuits," but to be fair, they all change in after that. We never need to truly worry about clothes, as they're included in our form changes. So that is something that Squishy does not know. Squishy does know that, for example, Escobar the Emerald Dragon did indeed have a human form. He didn't see it. He didn't meet Escobar truly, but he does know that he might have a human form, or he would have a human form. He has not seen Emily's dragon form, but he does know that Emily has a dragon form. He has seen her human form. He does know that she can transform into a bat. Whether or not other things she can transform into, he has no idea. But she indeed can transform into anything that's medium or small. As with all the other dragons. And funny enough, the interesting fact about Emily is part of what makes like this thing that comes from him. He literally could have taught her how to go and make that smaller, but the other dragons don't teach her how to make it smaller because he doesn't. They just assume that that's how Emily wants to look. Even though she wants the chest size to be. Emily would prefer the chest size to be smaller. It's just that Escobar wanted it to be bigger, or at least the biggest possible. Not because he wanted to loot his daughter, but simply because he wanted his daughter to stand out and be more attractive to other people. So, I. I to be fair, Owl being interested in her thighs as well. Um, yeah, kind of just goes along with that character. Uh, as for any other interesting things, Tori, nothing to write home about as well. Uh, Same thing with Charlotte. Sophia. Uh, she actually did that simply because she's a money girl or a dragon. Arya, she's like this simply because that's actually how her town thought she would look. So she tried transforming like the town wanted her to, and she did. She she got her human form that way. Uh, but yeah. Ball goes and says, "So you don't have an actual human form?" Not per se, but Sophia is her way to attract money. The rest I have no idea on the specifics of their changes. But I normally choose this from seven opinions or a crab if not in my true form. Sophia prefers that look or a spider. Hey, your seaside, so it kind of makes sense. I have mine filled with spiders, so spiders make sense. And now, funny enough, I really had hoped that Crafter would have been in session 34. Uh, Simply because he might have gone to the seaside town in Dewsbury to get more crabs. If he did, Arya probably would have been a crab that got attacked. Uh, yeah, he was going to be hard punished by that dragon. And you don't necessarily want to over farm things. Yeah. Like uh like he did like for reference, he did a bag of holding full of crabs once, I think. Maybe two, which was fair and fine. And then I think he did three, which like yeah, hi. One is bad enough. Two, that's kind of pushing it. 3 to 5, you are asking for trouble. Uh, but yeah, it is what it is. Is is so anyway. Ball goes and says, "Then why do you guys not want to join in?" Steven kind of says it for all of them. Don't care about that. Plus, the only girls to see are taken, and for our friends that would be these two. Our friends' daughters. So in Steven's case, it would be Emily, Arya, Charlotte, and Tori, or our own daughter. In his case, Sophia. So we would only stay if there's a worry. Basically, mean like, hey, by the way, the daughter is going to be taken away by some random guy. It's like, oh, hey, by the way, where would a random guy be? Oh, nowhere. Hi. Because yeah, they're just going to go out to the beachside. They're not in the beachside town. I'm gonna use the beachside town because the beach is there. Why not? But yeah, if it's a beach house, if it's a private beach house, and there's no way for anybody to, you know, see in there, and they're not gonna be interested in any girl there. It's like, yeah, hi. Plus, some of us have other things to do or something else fun lined up. Have fun. We'll see you in a month. Which, yeah, they probably will. Specifically in Arya's town. Okay, so this is after the male dragons have left. But yeah, like all the other dragons have been just like playing on the beach. Okay, so this is after Ball and Lilith have switched into their own swimsuits. It's I would assume that they've been switched into the swimsuits that they wore earlier. Like I said, I don't have those swimsuits, essentially. So, yeah. Lula's might be in like a very, very lewd swimsuit. Uh, However, even if Ball said this time, yeah, no, I wanted to see you go and be naked. Um, yeah, Lula's probably would not be naked this time, but if Ball was not saying that that was a joke, and she actually would want to see Lilith naked in this case, yeah, Lilith would indeed gonna be naked in this case for this scene. But yeah, they're greeted by Arya. Hello, you two. This is a nice place y'all got. Uh, Honestly, I wouldn't mind doing other payments and to visit this place more often. Hopefully nothing sexual, as I only want to do those things with Bali. Ball blushes. Nothing like that. I was more meeting crystals and the like, such as when I met Ball. Man, I really expect you to murder your friend and stand up to me alone for him. What do you need the crystal for anyway? Uh, I didn't like Wretched, so I didn't mind. But he did help me get the crystal, so fair trade. Ball holds up the ring. Uh, I needed the crystal for this. That's a nice ring. What effects does it have? Uh, from your gym? It gives her the courage to do things she might otherwise not. As for the Sophia part, it helps her keep her cool. Okay, so apparently I forgot the effects I gave it. It's like it's not so much like, oh hey, yeah, it goes and does it. Like, I know that I researched what is a like amethyst do, what does a sapphire do, but yeah, like you said, apparently from what I looked up, essentially the amethyst is more about like courage, and essentially sapphire is more about like apparently wisdom. So I assume that would be like more wisdom saving throws against being charmed and stuff like that, basically. Uh, which to be fair, funny enough, I believe Joker actually did that to where in the Halloween event, he gave his love interest a like I believe wisdom saving throw enhancing necklace, which he would have been tuned to. And hey, by the way, that would mean that with the nightmare, the effects would activate too. So, in terms of taking down his nightmare, it got a lot harder. But yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, Arya goes and says, "I've always thought that in my bar, or before they went in, and I might actually have given you all the gym up front. Because to be fair, yes, they were originally given a single message gym for an amethyst. Actually, we kinda never told them. So they just casually want to murder my young and loot the place. I guess? Oh well, they provided me a good set of entertainment as they murdered each other with minimal effort from me. Like I said, yes, they did. Because basically, like, she was mad at the fact that they murdered their young because she was a crab that followed them. Chell attacked, I think Wretched. I think Wretched's the one that he attacked. And then they all just kept focusing on Chell. Like, poor Chell. I apologize to Chell. Like, it's just one of those ones where it's like, Barbarian, likely to be stupid, likely to not save, likely to take a few hits. Okay. Cool. Use him. Target him. Go attack one of the weaklings. Go do that. He did, and yeah. So returns to combat later. The only one that she really had, there's only two people that she really had to take down, like Fayessa and William Greenmus. Everybody else just casually took down each other. Like, Jug got taken down by William and the rest of the party. Jugger Hops got taken down by Wretched. Wretched got taken down by Ball. So, yeah. Uh, like, good enough for her. Yeah. Plus, when they came back, I got a decent stake in their company. I have the money to revive my young, so no need to be mad. Right? Which, to be fair, that is true. Uh, I was originally going to be mad. Yeah, yeah. Like the main thing that was going to be like a little bit insulting to the dragon was actually the fact that they offered only money. If they offered only money, and nothing else of value, she wouldn't be fully mad, but she definitely wouldn't be too kind to them. Um, the true appeasement was actually from like the fact that they did give her money because the stake in the company. So it's like, yeah, by the way, yeah, you're going to eventually get a dividend with everything. So it's like, huh, okay. So you're giving me property basically with future money, and upon doing said future money, I can then go and revive my young. Should you guys do something else stupid? Cool. Yeah, yeah, I'm happy about that. Uh, but yeah, that's kind of what went on with her mind. Uh, Obviously, like I said, we didn't get that session on here. I didn't get uploaded in time. It's now lost. So, uh, I do wonder what happened to Eldarin that I think that flirted with me. Guess she was trying to make me think. Oh well. Now, like I said, uh, Bull essentially was specifically had somebody that she wanted to be with. So it's like, yeah, for the most part, the player kind of like did agree. Like, yeah, no, just let Ball be kind of with Lilith, basically. So, I agreed. I let Ball be with Lilith because, like, well, yeah, there was the storyline with her, basically by the fact that, hi, no Balls wanted her dead. Uh, yeah, hi, he kinda can't want her dead now. So, like, basically, once he figured out that, oh, she's queen now, crap. I can't piss off the queen. Uh, yeah. Backtrack on that idea. Uh, kind of canceled that order. Uh, like he actually would. I do be real. He may be. I think he's lawfully evil. So like, even if he wants the queen murdered, I don't necessarily think they would go and actually call for the assassins. But it is what it is. Now Fayessa is who's being referred to. Like I said, she's off doing her own thing. Uh, if I'm given proper notice with the attorney, then yeah, I could probably have Yuteria character. I could probably have Yuteria's character come back with some Feywild type thing, and like we could either go to the Feywilds or some other, or there's some like part of the potion that's needed that they're going to go track down. One of the two. Uh, Ball goes and says, I can't say for sure, but I like to think that something happened to her, but I have no proof. If she had important business, she could have told me before disappearing. Well, if she was an officer, maybe she was forced to leave before she could tell you. I think she did mention it, but I assume she could have alerted the police chief to tell me. Tori, after having jumped to the water on her own, says, Great, I am now wet and sand is everywhere. This sucks. Like I said, uh, Topaz Giants love complaining about things, and therefore, they would literally jump into water to complain about being wet. Because they are a pain. Christine does come over and say, See, I told you she complains about everything. This is the second time I've seen her do that. Oh, since you're here, can you read the relationship fortune for me and Bali? Sure. Now let's join hands. And Lilith and Ball join hands with Christine. Hmm. Oh, I see. You two are lovely individuals and make a lovely couple. The future is clouded in uncertainty and doubt. I see light at the end, symbolic of greatness, but I assume the uncertainty is related to some doubts. But as I don't know you both well, I can't advise on the doubts. But if you want to work and improve your marriage, you should resolve the doubts you both have. You're saying I have doubts. If you're asking, then you clearly do. Ones that are would be sure of the marriage would clearly state they don't have doubts now. Sorry, now if they are too foolish or ignorant to notice, or actually have none, is another story. I assumed with you that more you're unsure if it's working, uh, if you're making enough time, or being too imposing, or a mix of them, possibly others. But that said, those kinds of doubts are normal for a fresh marriage. Uh, I'll be real that I uh yeah, this is kind of what Christine normally does. Like she normally is just like, yeah, hi, I am a fortune teller. I literally do it, and just honestly, this is what she more enjoys. You must be a popular fortune teller. I can see why people love you as a fortune teller. Thank you. I can see you're seeing what I was reading. I assume I can see it. What about me being undeserving of the wife, or sorry, what about being undeserving of the wife, or being and able to make them happy with their desires? Molly, I thought I told you already. You are you. I won't want anyone else. You are fine and deserving as you are. Actually, Lilith, you shouldn't be dismissing her doubts like that. Those are perfectly normal doubts, depending on the situation. You're not able to do things for the one you love. It is natural to feel undeserving. If you feel undeserving, then it's natural to have doubts about if you make them happy. Uh, any recommendations? A great expert. Lilith has her right arm up and left hand on her right elbow. Hard to say, but I guess letting her cook dinner every now and every so often, maybe doing the laundry might help. I mean, I did offer to let her do my laundry in case she wanted to smell my clothes as she washed. Christine also looks judgmentally at Lilith. Why are you being a degenerate? Why does everybody assume I do that? Can you, for confidence, say in a zone of truth where silence is death, and say 100% that you wouldn't say yes or die? I mean, eh, if you can't firmly answer that question as yes, no matter or the time, then you shouldn't deny it. Alright, fine. But is it wrong to do so? It may be perverse, but the knowledge and consent is there. Then, no matter how perverse something is, there's nothing wrong with it. I am okay if it's slowly. Well, there you go. It's not wrong. Also, fantasies are fine. Just don't force them without prior consent. I wouldn't force it. Also, I have no control. uh, now, Arya probably also went over to do volleyball. Uh, Poor little Emily was probably laced with essentially Tori, because I I will be real. Like I Sophia and Arya probably would team up and be like, yeah, sure, I would team up. Uh, Tori would be literally talking with Tori as if he's saying like, yeah, hi, I want to team up with Emily, and then complain about them doing crap as I Tori is intentionally missing the ball, no matter how much no matter how much Arya and Sophia try to be nice, because yes, they would attempt to be nice, and they like, okay, here's this very soft hit all the way over there. There is I am hitting it directly to the person. You do not miss that. And then they miss it. And it's like, how? You're trying to lose, aren't you? It's like, no, you guys are just being unfair. These teams are broken, and it's an issue. I honestly feel bad for Emily. She's probably being trashed, even though it's not her fault. It's probably Tori's fault. I'll be real, you know. But yeah, it is what it is essentially. Uh, but all in all, I do love these dragons. They are very nice. I do very much enjoy them. Um, whether or not they will normally, or rather, whether or not essentially the players will see these girls in a swimsuit. Arya, I could definitely see them doing. The rest, no, not so much. Mainly because, either A, they're not normally around water. Tori technically is, so she could. I probably should design Tori's swimsuit. It's a very, very big stretch, but I could reason that it does. I could reason that she does indeed go into the water. It's just going to be a very, very rare chance, essentially. But like Emily is nowhere near water. Or Sophia, same thing. But yeah, uh, honestly, like I I very much did enjoy writing this. I hope you all enjoyed listening to it. Uh, like I said, I would say probably the dragon that I most like, essentially. Um, I would say probably Emily. Uh, but in terms of the one that I would most be able to meet, probably it would be Christine. And my personal favorite though, like not essentially for like dating, not for like I yeah, not for dating, not for like who's most likely to be my friend. Just simply for like their design, and how their character is. My personal favorite for off of like the design and character, I say funny enough it's Arya because she's just casually how she is. She's very much knowing what she wants and how to get it. Uh, she's an attraction. She knows how to go and get the attention and if she wants it, and how to kind of like do a bunch of things, and just generally how to be the spotlight. Like everything with Arya is very much of Arya's own choosing, of her own design. Her town fits that, and I honestly just love every second of it. Everybody else, it's like, yeah, there's stuff that casually makes them annoying. Like Sophia, it's just like there's a lot of money to go in, and like normally I don't gonna give out money, or even loot in general. I do know it's an issue. So yeah, Sophia kind of hits that problem. Um, Emily's just hard to find essentially. So there's that. Uh, Tori, she's aggressive. So odds are you're going to take a lot of damage. It's probably going to be a rough fight, and just like like if you do fight Tori, she has so many allies there that like you're probably never going to be able to fight Tori. You will probably lose every single time you try to fight Tori, simply because she has like four Wyrmlings and four young there. In addition to the fact that she is adult, like that's just so much damage that can happen each turn that it is honestly insane. Uh, and then as for what I don't like about Christine, well, yeah, she's nice, easy to talk to, and friendly. She's kind of boring. Like it's just casually go into her tent, meet her, like yeah, just you're good. Not nothing really interesting there. So yeah, that's why Arya's my favorite. Just simply because like there's a lot of interesting things to go on with her. Uh, she's not. overly aggressive. She's not like absolute money grubbing or anything else like that. Like even her challenge is just like, hey, yeah, by the way, you get your money back if you win, and but basically I'm just charging you in case I have to use a potion on you. So yeah, like it is what it is. Uh, Writing is definitely what I love doing, and especially for D&D. Uh, Now, could I necessarily write a book? Um, no, no, I don't say that I could. Uh, I could probably write a D&D adventure. I'll be real. Oh, but like honestly, that's probably the closest that I can go and get. That's probably the closest I'm gonna get to be able to like actually do any writing. But it is what it is. Hope you all enjoyed session and 34.5. I've like uh, I initially started off as Ball's honeymoon, it basically became Ball's wedding as well. But yeah, uh, essentially like I they'll probably meet Christine soon. How much? Well, how long it takes, I don't know. What happens with Emily, I don't know either. This is just how they would have met Emily, or rather how Emily met like Ball and Lilith essentially. So she did need know. Um, but yeah, like uh, whether or not whether or not Emily actually goes in joins up with Ball and Lilith for essentially like yeah, like whether or not Ball and Lilith gonna join up with Emily for like Emily being their librarian essentially, or even just like a personal bookkeeper. Because to be fair, I could totally see Emily being like a roommate as well for like a personal librarian as well, essentially. Uh, so like yeah. Uh, I mean it would probably be more just like I Emily goes and teleports over there, and then just like I goes and knocks with them and talks to them, but yeah. Uh, Whether or not Emily actually becomes the librarian, I don't know. I would have to consider the idea of that. Uh, I lean towards no because she could have left a while ago, found a secluded spot, but she normally doesn't. But like, it does make sense. Plus, to be fair, then there's another dragon for information types hub stuff. So I can also see her doing that or being pressured to do that. So yeah, I don't know. Uh, it'll be stuff for later. Uh, Ultimately, I hope y'all enjoyed. I'm probably gonna do something else. I don't know what, but it'll be something interesting. Probably will. In all honesty, but uh, I will ultimately see everyone whenever next see you all.